Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone family. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. So as I work my way through the traffic here, I am going to be talking a little bit about West Indies and England. So earlier today, I gave you England's playing 11 for the first ODI game, which is tomorrow. I am going to be going through the playing 11 for West Indies. And I mean, if you watched the Ireland series, then you won't be surprised by anything. Well, you might be surprised of the guys that they are using, but you know, obviously it's the same players in the squad. I think we only have Hetmaya joining for this series. So gonna talk to you all a little bit. So just give a listening ear and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So one thing that I have been preaching over the last couple of months is that we need to find a way to be consistent. We need to find a way to give the players enough time. You understand? I know it's very frustrating, especially with what's happening at the top of the order. You know, Brandon King and Evan Lewis, they are both not getting much. So you find that, you know, even before over number 10 or 12 or so, we are already down 2 wickets, at least one, sometimes two. You know, it's really frustrating, and you like momentum. You like to start off on a high, especially when it's a power play. You want the guys at the top there to give you a good start. But I think Coach Darren Sammy is willing to continue with these guys, you know, because he was speaking the other day and he was saying that, you know, the guys, especially in the middle, they haven't been doing a bad job. It's just that we need a better start. You know, we need guys at the top to maximize the power play. As I always say when I'm doing playing 11, this is my personal thing. This has nothing to do with the players that will be selected. If you don't hear your favorite player in the playing 11, there's a simple way to fix it. Go in the comment section, write your playing 11 and include your player in it. Right? I'm not predicting the playing 11. I'm just giving my opinion on who I would go with, right? So, based on how the squad's looking, it would be tough to really switch it around again now and say, let's go with another pair at the top. So we're going to have to, for the first game, we're going to have to go with well, not have to, I am going to go with Lewis and King again. You know, we haven't had much. We're going up against an experienced England side. You know, I did the squad earlier today. There are some experienced players there. We want to back these two guys. You know, we're hoping that they will find a way to get some runs, right? So we're going with Brandon King and Evan Lewis at the top, and hopefully they will get some runs for us. At number 3, obviously Casey Carty. Casey Carty has been the man for us, scoring a lot of runs, back-to-back centuries and all of them things, the 170 and all of them things, right? So Casey Carty, obviously we want him to continue scoring like that. You know, he will definitely be challenged a bit more. You know, it's in English conditions, and you know they are just ranked one above us. I think one level above us. I think we're 9 and they are 8. You know, but they have some qualities, some quality players. You know, they are still figuring out stuff where their cricket is concerned, but they still have a good little unit there. So Carty is there at 3. Shea Hope, he missed out on a century in the final game there against Ireland. I think he was 75 he got that, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I am still trying to convince myself that Hope batting in the middle is the best thing for the team. You understand, I am not the biggest, I am not a fan, right? But you know, he's doing his thing. So Hope will bat at number 5. And at number 4, my bad, Hope will bat at number 4. And this is where it gets a little bit ticklish now, because you know, they didn't get CWI didn't give us an update. I probably need to double check back, but I think Joel Andrew will be traveling to be a part of the West Indies A. You know, that will be playing the red ball against South Africa A. I wanted to see Andrew in, but you know, I have a feeling that we are going to need Amir Django in this first game. Right? I have a feeling that we are going to need his grit and determination. The last time he played against them, right, I think it was his debut, if I'm not mistaken. You know, in December he got some runs. Obviously, it's different conditions. He hasn't fired off late, but I did a video a couple of days ago where I was, you know, reminding people that sometimes we're going to go up against some teams where our batting going to make 50 overs look like it's a test match, right? Because guys going to be dropping like fly, and you probably need somebody in the middle to stabilize things. You know, when you have a power hitter coming in, you know, doing their thing, you probably need a guy to stabilize. We don't have the safety of Sheffield Rutherford, so we're going to play Amir Django in this first game here, and you know, if it doesn't work out, then we'll probably bring in Hetmeyer. I think Shimran Hetmeyer is with the squad. Once again, we haven't heard the latest update, but what they had said was that Hetmeyer will be a part of the squad for England, so I'm assuming that he's there, right? So he would come in if anything, but we're gonna have Django at 5, give him another opportunity. We have to give guys a run, you understand? Yeah, so he will be there. At number 6, Justin Greaves. He has been doing a very good job scoring quickly. You know, he likes to drive the ball. He likes to go on the front foot and slap the ball through the offside and them things. It's going to be probably a bit more difficult. You know, he needs to make sure that, you know, he's on top of it. He's getting close to the ball. He's not fishing after anything that's too wide or anything like that. But he has been batting well, so you know, over the last couple of games, so he will come in. Matthew Ford, the man who tied the record with AB de Villiers, right, scoring the joint fastest half century in ODI cricket, he will come in. Also, we will definitely need his batting in the back end and his bowling. You understand? We want him to use his skills to manipulate the ball and to, you know, all of them things. So when the extreme pace is not working, we might have to turn to him to do his thing. So that's how it works. You know, generally speaking, I am not a big fan of playing all round 2 or 3 all rounders. You understand? But if they're performing, I can't just drop them, like leave them out of the team. So Greaves and Ford, you understand, and Raston Chase is also there. He will also be able to hold things together if things aren't going too well. You understand? He will also chip in with the ball, right? And Goody Kishmoti, Alzari, and Seals. So I think that's basically the playing 11 that played the final game against Ireland. We didn't do too badly, so I'm not willing to change it. We gathered a nice momentum in that final game there. Obviously, we're still looking.
In 2 miles, take exit 157 to merge onto I-95 North toward airport.
Obviously, we're still looking for the top order to fire, right? The openers, but not even the top order, just the openers. We're looking for them to fire, but you know, I think with the momentum that we picked up in the second and the third game with the bat, we probably need to carry it. You understand? Goes without saying, guys won't be happy about what's happening at the top, so they will, you know, they will need to pull their weight, right? So we're looking forward to seeing King and Lewis doing some work for us. So that's basically the playing 11 that I'm working with my viewers and subscribers, and that's me going under the assumption that everybody is fit, nobody not pick up a stomach bug or anything like that, right? I think that based on how they played, especially the last game, you know, they deserve to get an opportunity here again. John Campbell, as we know, I think he's going to be a part of that. He's a part of that can call it, abbreviated test match against South Africa A. So he was brought in for cover in the Ireland series. I think that with Edmeyer coming in, he's probably going to travel away. I think the same thing for Andrew. So, you know, don't know if they're going to name anyone else, but
use the right lane to take exit 157 to merge onto I-95 North toward airport.
That is basically how we're going with my viewers and subscribers. You know, I was looking in the comment section yesterday and I saw where someone was saying that Amir Django should open and they should drop one of the openers. I can't even to knock people because the openers, they haven't been consistent.
Take the exit, then keep right to merge onto I-95 North.
Not getting anything from them, so let me know you're playing 11, my people.
Use the right lane to keep right.